I remember my own old grandmother, and the face of her was all wrinkled and old like this. And when I feel like this, touch it, I feel the history and the background, how beautiful this must have been when it stood in somebody's grand house. I mean, and how with love and care somebody has made it. This is the aging process. This is just like the human face. This is after 100 years. This might be more than 100 years old, but the wood has now shown its face of old. Look at it. For me, this is very beautiful.
For generations, homes in South Asia have been made from and decorated with wood. The pieces that surround the carpenter in his workshop, boards, doors, pillars, panels, they shine where constant touch has smoothed them, where tired bodies have leaned into them and aged them. Wood houses the community's history. For those who work with the wood, they take time to look carefully. The patterns in the grain tell much more than the age of a tree. They tell stories of forgotten men and forgotten ways of life. If the wood could speak, what tales would it tell? These pieces are between 50 and 200 years old enough to have survived the rise and fall of empires, the birth of a new nation, and the dramatic changes of the past few decades. But in recent times, the artisan tradition of wood carving and painting has been threatened. War and poverty have forced many to leave their ancestral homes. The wooden interiors are then ripped out and sold or used to make fires during the bitter mountain winters. And times have changed. In the place of handcrafted wooden pieces, the younger generation prefers to buy cheap imported furniture made of plastic and metal. Years ago, one family started collecting abandoned rose and pinewood pieces and hiring craftsmen who remember their fathers and grandfathers designing them. These men painstakingly restore the richly coloured wood and rework it into striking new pieces of furniture. As they carve designs and pick out delicate patterns in paint, they preserve the artistic heritage of an area where South and Central Asian cultures met and flourished high up in the mountains. They use bold colours and naturally derived paints. The wood underneath glows. The craftsmen now work in 4 separate workshops and collect wood from around Pakistan and Afghanistan. In 2010, 3 young men in Germany founded an export business called Behali in order to bring this furniture to a wider market and share this unique cultural heritage with the wider world. Those who buy the furniture cherish it as beautiful in its own right, but also see it as a treasure trove containing the memories of those who made it. Another of Behali's aims is to restore hope in a place that feels like it's been abandoned by the world. Many of the carpenters and painters are from remote valleys where extremists hold power. Wars and religious conflicts have left the younger generation without opportunities to grow, without hope. Men who have inherited arts passed down from father to son now see few opportunities to benefit from such skills and creativity. Behali's goal is to give these people access to a bigger market, thereby enabling them to build a better future for themselves and their families. As a company that believes in ethical trading, Behali will ensure that each worker gets paid a fair salary and makes a profit on the items they sell.
शहद जीने का मिला करता है थोड़ा थोड़ा शहद जीने का मिला करता है थोड़ा थोड़ा जाने वालों के लिए दिल नहीं थोड़ा करते.
Behali means restoration in Urdu. It means to be refreshed and reinstated, to enable something to flourish again. Behali, the restoration of wood, the restoration of hope.
लग के साहिल से जो